channel. It's Ashley, aka The Wayward Stitcher, and today is Friday, August the 17th, and it's been a while. I meant to do this on Tuesday, but life just got away from me. I've been really busy at work preparing for our last race day, which is tomorrow. Oh, hi, Grover. You're gonna have to excuse me. I'm very scratchy in the throat this morning, and I'm not sure why. Sometimes coffee helps, sometimes it makes it worse. But I'm not giving up my coffee. And also, this mug makes me sad because I no longer have a dog, but it's still one of my favorite cups. Anyways. Yeah, life has just been crazy. The last race day is tomorrow. It's going to be a long day. Post time is 1:30. Races run till about 4:30, quarter to 5. And then we're having a appreciation party and a goodbye party for one of our assistant GM, who's actually moving on to another racetrack to be the GM or something akin to the GM. So yeah, we'll be saying goodbye to him as well, and we really do wish him all the best in his new career. Yeah, then we also have a charity barbecue that we're running for 2 hours afterwards with a band. Our local band, Owen Wriggling, is playing. So I live in Ontario, and yeah, so they're fairly local, I guess, to where I live, and yeah, they're coming to play tomorrow from 4 to 7:30 or 5 to 7:30, something like that. They're gonna play while we're having our barbecue. We're raising money for our public library. And what else are we doing on Saturday? I guess it's just a couple of more big races. You know, we almost have a special race every week, or just about. 2 weeks ago we finished off our Sire Stakes races, and those were fun. I got to do some blanket presentations. I got to do 5 blanket presentations during the day, which was really fun and exciting and different for me. To be in the winner's circle and get my picture taken with winning horses was kind of cool. And speaking of winning horses, my my favorite horse that comes to the racetrack, his name is Westridge Warrior. I call him Westy for short, and I'm sure his people call him Westy too. The same day that we finished our blanket presentations in the Sire Stakes, and I was doing all of that, I was able to make it to the paddock and meet Westridge Warrior's people, who I had never actually spoken to before. I had seen Westy and was always just like, kind of like, even though I'm staff, I was like way too afraid to approach them and be like, hey, can I pet him? Like, he's gorgeous, can I pet him? So that day I had come into the paddock, and I was catching his owner as she was just getting ready to load him. Like, she was just taking him out of the cross ties and was ready to take him out to the trailer. And I caught her, and I was like, oh my gosh, can I ask you a question? She's like, yeah, sure. Can I pet him? Please? And she was like, oh, absolutely. Yeah, go nuts. And so I was like scratching his face, and I was just, you know, I love that horse so much just because he reminds me of Blizzard, who of course is the horse that I have done 90% of my riding lessons on and have accomplished so much with. And now I'm getting emotional because I miss her. I haven't been to the farm in like a year. Because COVID just sucks. COVID sucks, and I'm sad. I just have been too busy to get out there. It's a 45-minute drive, and work has been crazy, and I haven't, because we moved and we have our own place now, we don't really have the money for me to go and do my riding lessons anymore. So I'm just sad. I really miss them. I miss everybody at the farm, miss all the horses, but I definitely miss Blizzard the most because I have accomplished so much with her. Anyway, I'm pulling a Chris here, and I'm crying because sad story. It's not really a sad story, but it's sad to me, because horseback riding and horses mean so much to me. So anyway, really trying not to be emotional, but I guess I can't help it. So yeah, he reminds me of her, and I just, you know, he's coming back this week for the final race day, and I'm hoping to get my picture taken with him. I'm going to see if the people there will let me. Actually, his owners just won a $500,000 race with another one of their horses earlier this week or late last week. So I plan to congratulate them for that, and ask if I can get my picture taken with Westy, because I think that that would be like the highlight of my summer is to do that. And if I can manage to get any pictures at all from this weekend, I'll try to insert them at the end so that you guys can kind of see, you know, a little bit of behind the scenes of what I do and what the raceway is all about, and some of the band pictures and the pictures from the barbecue and stuff like that. I think it'll be great. And so that's really what's been going on. I've just been busy with work, and that's about it. I mean, I have a doctor's appointment coming up on Tuesday to get my foot checked out. I've been having some issues with it. Every time I go to stand up from sitting down or laying down, I get a lot of pain in the back of my foot. Which at one point was like going straight into my heel, and I couldn't sleep at night without feeling like somebody was driving a knife into the heel of my foot. So I think I might have just done too much with my feet this summer and might have spent too much time on uneven ground or something crazy. I don't really know what I did to my foot, but it's not like I can't walk. It's just, you know, when it first happens, it takes a while for me to be able to walk the pain off. It eventually does go away, but for the first couple of minutes, everything is really stiff, and I have to really walk to try to, you know, get the pain to disappear. So I'm looking at getting that figured out on Tuesday, as well as, you know, some other, you know, talk to my doctor about some lady things. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. And after this Saturday, I hope that River's playing on the chair and she's distracting me. That's why I keep looking over here. I wish I could show you. She has herself buried in my sweater that I have sitting on the chair. Anyway, as for what I have planned in the next week or 2 weeks, as far as stitching, probably get some more work on my epic Pokemon and my Heaven and Earth and stuff like that. And as for other stuff, just cleaning up the raceway after the season, getting things prepped for fall, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, what I plan on doing in the next little bit. So hopefully I'll have a lot more stitching time now, to get as much done as I can on some of my projects that have been neglected. So without further ado, we'll get right into that. Since the picture's right here, I guess we'll start with Canadian Beauty. Again, the colorway for this, my phone just makes everything. Let's see if I can adjust it. That helps a little bit. It makes it not so bright. Right? Helps to make it not so out there. Hopefully that you guys notice that. So that's, where'd she go? There she is. I tried filming this before, but ended up interrupted, so I had to start over. Which is like what happened last time with the phone call. So here she is. So I was working in this side of her this week, in her finishing all her hair. I'm giving you guys the finger, I'm sorry. And I was working on this bottom part here. That's pretty much all I got done. I have far too much lately been stitching while watching TV, and it's become a real problem. I don't nearly get as much done as I usually would get done. Except for last night. This is the funny part. I don't know how this happened. I got more stitching done last night watching Stitchman Darcy than I've gotten done all week. I don't know how you did that to me, Darcy, but you did it. And it's appreciated, I guess. I don't know, he just has so much energy. And he just is funny and like he's talented with his stitching. And I enjoy him so much. And his wife, Melissa, lovely. I love watching her too. So yeah, Darcy, just poke her. And just push her into the light that is Flosstube. We would love to have her with her own channel and the whole thing. Yeah, we need a Melissa Goes Flosstube petition. We all need to sign that, right? So yeah, I just was like crazy about doing that. And then, yeah, I got so much stitching done last night, it was crazy. But I was also at work, so I don't know if work just helps me get more done, or if it was Darcy, or a mix between Darcy and being at work. Not sure, but it helped a lot. And I just love what he does with his videos and adding little clips from things, and just, it's amazing. But I'm gonna stop fangirling over Darcy now and carry on. I've also gotten some progress done on my Goldfinches, which is obviously what I was working on last night. And we've got a fair amount to show for that. So, last time you guys saw, this was like not really that much done. I had some few stitches in it, but this a majority of it is finished. I have some white stitches and then some like really dark purple that needs to go in. Just a couple of stitches here and there. And I basically finished off this leaf. I still have some filler of the dark like olive green or whatever that goes in there. But this is what I was doing last night at work. And I'm loving it so much. I can't wait for it to be finished so I can hang it on our wall somewhere. It's probably one of my favorite stitches, to be completely honest. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. But you would think that for something so small, I would be done by now. I've been working on it for forever. But this is what happens when you're like me and like many of us who work on 500 things at once. Okay, and the next one is my Epic Pokemon, which saw some work, but of course I was distracted watching the second half of season 5 or 4? 5? Anyway, I was finishing Lucifer, which, by the way, if you watch the show and you haven't finished it yet, do it. Do it now. Because it's amazing, and Tom Ellis is amazing, and I'll just... Tom Ellis. Anyway. Okay, so this is where I was with this. I only did these few stitches, and that's about it for Pokemon. Which is, like, fine. Gosh, she's being so cute. I was really hoping to get down into, like, Goldeen, which comes in right here, but that's okay, maybe next time. My little Castiel needle minder. And of course, this is just being stitched on 18 count white Ada, and then my Canadian Beauty is being stitched on a 28 count Lugana, and I can't remember. I don't think there was ever a tag didn't get put on it when I bought it, so I can't remember what company or what color it is, and I feel horrible about that, but I guess whoever it was at Stitch It Central that day just kind of forgot, so, which is fine. I don't blame them. I mean, I bought that fabric in the middle of COVID, and we all know the times are hard on small needlework shops and stuff, so that's that. So those are the only whips that I have for this week. And then, of course, I have a new start, which is the one that I'm doing with Daydream Stitcher, Mary at Daydream Stitcher. And that is the one that's from the Halloween issue of Just Cross Stitch for this year. And hopefully I can just bring this up without. And it's The Nightmare Before Coffee by Barefoot Needle Art. And this is where I'm at with it. I think I picked a great fabric for this, don't you? So this fabric is, I don't even know what it is. If it's a linen or, I don't think it's linen. It might be, but it might also be just an even weave. Or not an even weave, but like a Lugana or whatever. And it was dyed by someone who no longer does. They used to do YouTube. If anybody remembers Noella, or anyway, yeah, she had dyed this herself and had gifted it to me ages and ages and ages ago when she had sent me one of her old Dimensions kits that I really had wanted the pattern for. So she had sent that along with this piece of fabric, and I have no idea what it's called or how she dyed it or what, you know. But I think this looks really great on this fabric. I just thought green kind of sometimes brings out Halloween things, so I just stitched it on it. Because I know the last time I posted my video, I was going to stitch it on that gray 18 count Ada, and I was like, you know what, I don't think it's really going to pop on that. Some of the colors might get lost, so I wanted it to be on something a little more contrasty. So, but still Halloween-y. So that's where we're at with that, and I love it. I'm stitching this 2/2, and yeah, it's looking great, and I'm really excited to do more. Okay, so that's it for stitching. So now it's just the little bit of haul that I have, and actually just kind of wanted to show you guys what I did. I had a piece of paper that gave me some information about this, which is, I think, right in front of me. Just a second. Okay, so, oh, and also about this, this cross stitch here. I'm seeing it now on my thing. I'm using XCrossStitch's, Spooky September Stitch hashtag and the September Start hashtag and the Spooky Summer Stitch hashtag. So I just joined that because why not? Because I did start it in September, and you know, it's still warm enough here to wear shorts and stuff. So yeah, I joined those little tags. So this is something that I did that I started on a website called create101planners.com. I got these binders at the dollar store. I was looking for I've been looking, Stitcherista kind of put this in my head because she had gotten these art portfolios for her diamond paintings, and I was kind of like, I wonder if I could use a portfolio like that to store some of my smaller cross-stitch whips, just to keep them protected and to be somewhere where I can just flip through them without having to haul out a huge box, like, you know, iron them, put them in the sleeves, keep them safe. That was my original plan, but right now I found a small enough one for my cross-stitch patterns. So I printed this page off of the create101planners.com, and I'll put that link below in case whoever's trying to eat the zipper on my bag, in case you guys want to do something similar. They have some nice templates, and yeah, you can just put whatever wording you want on it and off you go. So River, no, not a toy, honey. So yeah, that's what I did with it, and now you guys are probably gonna cry. There's a lot of you out there that I know are gonna be like, no, why would you do that? Because First off, I do not have the means and the money to mail these to other people. I don't have the room to keep everything under the sun. It's taking up a lot of storage. So I have taken patterns out of magazines and kept them and given the rest of the magazine to Goodwill. So, yeah. Y'all are probably just gonna be like, no, that's not, no, stitchers don't do that. But I do, because I just can't, you know, I want, you know, a single pattern in the magazine, but I don't want to keep the whole magazine, and it just takes up a lot. Like, magazines, you keep them, you get piles like this, and I just don't have space for that. And, hang 2 seconds. River, that's not a toy. I apologize if you just had to see me in my pajamas. I was like, I'm just filming a Flosstube video. I don't want to put pants on. Anyway, so yeah, I have taken the magazine charts that I wanted and put them in here. I also have my rainbow rainbow gallery and Kranich conversion chart in here as well, because like you need that, right? So what I've done is I've taken I still have to like print things out for it, but like obviously I just have the chart in here and then the patterns in behind it, and I've done that with, you know, a few patterns. Yeah, that's how I want to do things, and that's what is best for me. I haven't given the magazines to Goodwill yet, but I did not have the heart to like take patterns out and then throw the rest of the magazine in the recycle. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather just, you know, give parts of it to Goodwill and go from there. So here comes the haul part, which I am like super duper 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 excited about. Some of it is stitching haul, and some of it is an early birthday present that my boyfriend's daughter gave to me that I am like over the moon about. And you guys will see why in a few minutes. So first off, I'll start with some of the fabric that I bought. DMC now has started with printed Aida and also with their iridescent Aida. So I bought 2 of the iridescent Aida, a light pink and white. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkle in those or not. I needed to have sparkly Aida. And the first thing that popped in my mind with this sparkly Aida was Sailor Moon for some reason. So I'm probably going to have to find a Sailor Moon pattern to slap on here. But not one of the faceless figures, because I had already decided that all of those figures were being stitched on that slate gray Aida that I have. So that's just going to stay the way it is, and maybe I'll find some other Sailor Moon pattern that I can plop on here. So that's those, and then I also got the printed Aida, 2 of the printed Aidas. I got the purpley blue one. Isn't that pretty? Very galaxy, you know? And as printed Aida, it's white on the back and just color on the front. So I got that. And I also got the one that kind of looks more like a sunset. Or like sandy, whatever. So these ones might be good for like small Nora Corbetts or fairies or whatever. Like, you know, I might save them for that. We'll see. We shall see. But I'm really excited about them. And they also had a green one, but I didn't really want the green one, so maybe the next time I'm out, I'll buy the green one. And then as for the last piece of stitching haul, this is the most exciting part of my stitching haul. You guys will see why. This has kind of been one of my so to speak, unicorn charts. Except it's not like, I don't think it's like super rare. It's not out of print, but I just like, if I looked online, it was really expensive and I could never find it anytime I went into Michael's or anything like that. That changed. I stopped in at Michael's last week or the week before that and I found it and I almost screamed. I almost screamed, guys. My most sought after Dimensions kit that I have wanted for years. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I've wanted this for so long. I love this. This is my favorite Dimensions kit. For any of you that know me, know that I am obsessed with Japanese culture and I love stitching geishas and just, yeah. And so I think what I might do is I can't remember if XCrossStitch had a tag for that or not. Like Cherry Blossom Sal or something like that. Like where I know he's doing the first Mirabilia Sal with someone else. Like the little stitch along. And then I don't know if he was using a different tag for Cherry Blossoms. Because the name of the Mirabilia he's doing is like Little Miss Cherry Blossom or whatever her name is. So I could start this and be part of that maybe. Or is there anyone else out there that has this kit that would want to do a stitch along with me? Because I really do want to start this so bad it's not even funny. And I love what Dimensions did with the new color for the gold collections. Going the white instead of the black, it's so much nicer. I like it. And from what I heard, Mary at Daydream Stitcher, she had told me that she had heard that Dimensions was no longer run by the same people anymore and that they had like changed hands or something and that, you know, their customer service wasn't quite as good as it used to be. Because I had told her once that, you know, there was you know, they used to be really good about sending you free floss from, you know, a kit that was too short or something like that. But, and she said that they really don't do that anymore. Or that she thought they didn't do that anymore. And that kind of surprised me. Because I always thought that Dimensions was like super high standard company. But if they've changed, I don't know. But hopefully there's enough floss and stuff in here and whatever. But this is so pretty. It is gorgeous. And it makes me so happy. So yeah. I have that in my stash now. My quote-unquote unicorn chart. Now comes my other happy part. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. Of course, I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. You've seen it with my Nightmare Before Coffee pattern. You've probably in my videos seen a few little Nightmare Before Christmas objects hanging around. But this takes the cake. This is the most exciting gift I've ever gotten from anybody, and I just about cried. No, no, no. No. Oh, bad kitten. She's chewing on my fabric. Anyway. Let me get this back in the container, and then we'll carry on. So obviously Nightmare Before Christmas is my favorite movie. Is my favorite movie of all time. Will always be my favorite movie. I can watch it 1,000 times, never get sick of it. I collect Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise. It's really hard for me to say no to buying Nightmare Before Christmas themed things. So I okay, there we go. So I when I got this, I lost my mind. So for those of you who might be familiar with the company Scentsy, I think there's US and there's one in there's Scentsy in Canada as well. The stuff that I got was the Nightmare Before Christmas Scentsy set. I have Sally, the Scentsy buddy, and she has a very floppy neck. I have the Sally. And I have Jack. I have them both. And they're so cute. And I love them. And they're squishy. And they smell good. Even though their scent packs aren't in them yet. I still don't know whether I want to put scent packs in them or not. or whether the scent packs I want to put in them are the Nightmare Before Christmas ones, or if I want to put in different ones. Sally, Jack, they're so cute. Oh my gosh. And then, so she bought me those, but she also bought me a warmer. Look at this freaking thing. Isn't it amazing, guys? Isn't it amazing? Oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's already obviously got one of the... Oh my god. And I love this. I love this. Oh my god, when I swear to god, guys, when I open this, I just cry. And so I have one of the scent packs as well. I actually have 2 of the scent packs. The other one I have is for the scent called Halloween Town, and it's currently hanging in my car. Because these scent packs are really good for cars, and it makes my car smell amazing. It makes my car smell amazing. So this one I'm gonna save maybe for my boyfriend's car if he'll let me put it in it, or just to hang on to, because from what I understand, these scent packs are good for like 4 years or something like that. Also perfect for use in drawers, closets, gym bags, or anywhere where you would like a touch of delightful fragrance. So look, my car. Not that my car smells or anything like that. I love when my car smells nice. So I have that. And then she also bought me 3 of the scent bars, which I think there's only 3 to start with anyways. There's just different designs that go on the front of them. So this one's called... Okay, that one's just called I'm on the Floor. Or called Whoopsie, because I dropped it. Okay, so this one's called Roll of the Dice, which has got, you know, shock, lock, and barrel on it. And then there's Jack's Obsession. And Halloween Town, which also has some lock, shock, and barrel on it. But yeah, some of these have different covers on them. Like, this one I think sometimes has the mayor on it. And then the Roll of the Dice also could have Oogie Boogie on it. And then Jack's Obsession, I'm not sure if there's an alternate cover for that or not. But that's what I've seen. And then there's also going to be an Oogie Boogie buddy, a Zero buddy, and the mayor as these Scentsy buddies. I kind of want them too. I want the freaking whole collection, man. I really want the whole collection, but like Scentsy is really expensive. So, you know, last year when some of this stuff first got released, I really wanted it and I was going to buy it for myself for my birthday. But then I was like, at that point, I was like, you know what? I can't justify spending that kind of money on myself. And so I didn't. And then, here I am now with it just being gifted to me. So I was really, really happy about that. And I will continue to be happy about it. And I always turn my Scentsy warmer on when I'm stitching, and it's amazing. It makes me so happy. So that's pretty much it that I have to show you guys. Okay, you guys have to see this. Look at this now. Look at this cuteness. Hang on. They're so cute. And they're getting along so much better now. They used to fight with each other, but now they lay like that and they're nice and they play together without hissing. Angel will sit with her and bathe her. I mean, like, I'm very blessed that they finally decided that they're going to be friends. Because I really thought for a while that it might come down to the fact that we have to get rid of the kitten because the other girls don't like her, but they're getting along now and it's really nice. So that is it for me. And I do have one shout out, and that's to Darren, the Dizzy Stitcher. His channel is just called Dizzy Stitcher. And I love Darren. He is working on some amazing projects. Amazing projects. And you know what? The projects that he chooses, fabulous. Because who doesn't love tigers? Tigers are amazing. Tigers are my dad's favorite animal. And if you guys remember, I might have shown it on my channel before. I can't remember. But I had stitched the Cozy Cub by Dimensions, which is a baby tiger cuddled up on his mom's leg. I had stitched that for my dad years ago, and he absolutely loved it. So maybe sometime eventually I'll stitch him another tiger chart. Like I do have one of Joan Elliott's tiger charts, the white tigers. I might stitch that for him someday if I can find the right type of Ada or whatever for it. But yeah, that is my shout out, Dizzy Stitcher. So if you don't watch Darren, you should. He just works on like mostly full coverage, like Heaven and Earths. So if you're a Heaven and Earth buff and you want to watch people stitch Heaven and Earths, go watch Darren. He's fairly consistent with posting, and he does stitch with me's and all that kind of stuff. So I'll post that. And then also he has a Facebook group, so if you want to join his Facebook group, I'll put that down below as well. But in order to get into his group, there's questions that you have to answer and all that kind of stuff, just to make sure that you're like a legitimate person and not trying to be, you're not a bot trying to get in and cause a problem, right? So I'll post all of that in the description box below. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, and I'm hoping that maybe I will see you guys again next week, that I have enough stitching that I can show you more progress next week. And I can share some photos from tomorrow's race day with you guys, and that everything goes smoothly there, and then we don't have any problems, and then everything at the doctor's goes well. I'll have to let you guys know. But again, thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me. If you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!